Andrew Berry was asked about Jarvis Landry, has big cap number for next season. He was asked about bringing Jarvis Landry back. Here's Andrew Berry on that subject earlier today.
I think everybody on this call knows how much respect that we have for Jarvis Landry, and really what he's meant for our team and organization over the past several years. He's been a productive player for us, really since the day that we traded for him, and he's been really a key piece in terms of how the team and organization has evolved over the last several years.
So he really didn't answer that question, but that's okay. We didn't really expect him to, did we?
No, Andrew does a nice job of, talking without giving away too much. And for competitive reasons and for other reasons, you don't want to show your hand in every single way with what you may or may not do with a player. First and foremost, you have to talk to the player about it. You have to talk to the player's agent about it. I mean, if they did want to do some kind of a restructure or something like that, that's something that you have to put your heads together with the agent and get that thing done. So yeah, I do think that he is well respected. He's in good standing with everyone. But I have said this before, and I'll say it here too, that the one regret that I have about Jarvis is that we have not heard from him in a team setting since Odell Beckham Jr. left. Now, some of us reporters went out to his charity event at Thanksgiving, and he was great there. I mean, he was happy to talk to us about whatever we wanted to ask him. And, he was forthcoming. He was his usual self. But we haven't heard from him otherwise. And I think in a season where your quarterback needs some support, needs a boost, and needs, just a show of unity, that I think it probably would have been good for Jarvis to be able to come out and talk a little bit.
Yeah, and the other thing is, you can't go too crazy judging Jarvis. He missed a bunch of games and then came back with a sprained MCL, which, you're playing on a leg and a half at that point as a wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, and that is true. And I think that, I think it took him a little bit of time to knock off the rust after that. But I also suspect that, that maybe he just didn't want to say anything detrimental. Maybe he had some issues or feelings about things. I know that when we did catch up with him at the charity event, he said that he wasn't getting many opportunities and he really wasn't sure why. And, I just suspect that maybe Baker Mayfield wasn't the only offensive player that had questions about why they were doing things the way they did them offensively this season. And, maybe Jarvis just didn't want to, get into that and give the impression that he wasn't, supportive of how things were going. So I don't know. I can't say for sure, but, usually Jarvis is great and he's a vocal leader on the team and he's a spokesperson for the other players at times. And it just would have been nice to hear from him.